Hey, a happy Monday, everybody. This is Matt Galogly with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group. And today, what I want to do is I want to continue this conversation about the fastest way to fill the revenue gap in your medical practice. Now, um, to give you a little bit of background, I posted this. I've posted a couple of these over the last couple of days, but I want to catch you up to speed if you haven't heard any of this. And I want to do that with a story. So back in 2008. I had a real estate investment company and training company. I started that company in 2004, and we rode the wave of the real estate run-up and the real estate boom. Well, as we all know, the Great Recession happened, and by 2010, that company was essentially dead. But I still had, I still had to feed my family. I still had to pay a mortgage. I still had lights to keep on. And, a lot of businesses were in that same kind of space. I mean, it was a pretty brutal time. So what I did was a lot of my fellow friends are business owners, right? So if you can imagine, as a business owner, I have a lot of friends that are entrepreneurs like myself. And so I sent out an email to, probably about 6 or 7 friends of mine to see if they had any work for me. Frankly, I would have picked up their dry cleaning. I mean, I told them I would cold call, I'd write email copy, I would go on the road, I would do whatever they needed me to do. I just needed to figure out a way to pay for stuff. So a friend of mine called me back immediately. I won't tell you who it was simply because of privacy, because I'm going to share a little bit of some more numbers. And he said, yeah, let's give this a try. And what we decided to try was something that I've always been very skilled at, and that is how to harvest more money from the existing client base. Now, really, in all honesty, I've done this my whole life. When I was in the turnaround business in the golf industry, I used to take failing golf courses and turn them around. And how I did it was through engaging with the current client base deeper and taking them deeper and having them spend more money than I was worried about going out and getting more new golfers. Same thing in my business in the real estate business. Once we kind of got a certain level, we just really worked our existing list and deepened that relationship. And I did the same thing for this friend of mine. And so in the first year, I added right at about $500,000 of newfound revenue. He didn't have to spend any marketing money, meaning I did this basically via email and phone, okay? Then what we did is we started to add some direct mail components to it. And what we did is we were adding from basically 2010 all the way up until the beginning of 2014, which is when I stopped working for him because I opened my first clinic. So in 10, 11, 12, and 13, for 4 years, I was helping him generate 7 figures a year in new revenue. And here was the best part. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to write anything. He didn't have to send anything out. He didn't have to get on the phone. Basically, what I did was I accessed and tapped into his existing client base to generate more income for him. And this was found money. I mean, this basically helped his company survive as well. I did it for a few other of my friends, but I focused mainly on this client. And we got some great results. It was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. So then when I had my own clinics, we opened up in 2014. We ran a lot of lead gen. That lead gen was very, very successful. We were booking 50 appointments per week, pretty much right off the bat. But we had a lot of leads that didn't convert. And so what we did and a lot of prospective patients that didn't convert. They come in, they may not have bought. I mean, we were converting like 50% of our prospects into plans. So when we wanted to open up a new clinic, guess what we did? We marketed to the list. When we wanted to add a new procedure, we didn't pay for the machine beforehand. What we did was we marketed to the list. If we needed more money to market to bring in new leads, we marketed to our house list, and that house list brought in money for us, okay? And quite frankly, I still was scratching the surface. Like a lot of you, I didn't have a whole lot of time to focus in on it. I just kind of sort of did it because I knew how to do it, right? I didn't really go deep in it the way I should have, because quite frankly, there was probably $500,000 to $750,000 per year per clinic just by tapping into the existing list. I mean, we were making a couple $100,000, right? But here's what I want you to understand. You have the same problem. If you own a clinic and it's cash-based, there's a pretty good chance that, maybe you have like 4, 5, 6 staff members, maybe you have 2, like one of my docs, and you're just trying to see the patients that you have. You don't have time to think about this, of how to market to your existing list. Probably maybe in the back of your head that you should be doing it, but you really frankly just don't have the time. You have 100 things that you can do to make money, and you really only have time to focus on 3 of them. And those 3 are also eaten up by seeing your patients, doing procedures, making payroll, all of those things. So what do? Well, you hire someone like me, okay? So here's what I'm offering, okay? I know you don't have time to learn this, okay? That's fine, I get it. I understand that you don't have time to learn this. I'm gonna do it for you. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for 5 practices. I have 1 right now that I'm working with. So I'm looking for 4 more. And what we're gonna do is very simple. I'm going to go into your existing list and I'm going to market directly to them for procedures that you are already doing. So let's say that you're doing laser treatments for face, okay? So this is for cash-based anti-aging regenerative medicine practices. If you have a client coming in for, say, regenerative medicine for a shoulder and a joint, you may think, well, what else are they gonna buy? The reality is they'll buy a lot more, especially if you did a great job. You know, I'm going to show you how to add, and I'll do it for you. Not only will I show you, but I will actually add, and I'm going to guarantee this. I'm going to add at least $12,000 of found income to your practice in the next 60 days. I guarantee it, okay? Very, very simple. And if I don't, I'll keep doing it until I do. Now, you have to go through we've got to sit and get on the phone and talk a little bit more about this, or I can communicate with you via messaging or something like that. And there's a couple of key things that I have to look for. 1, you have to have a list, okay? It doesn't matter if you haven't been marketing to the list, okay? It doesn't matter. What happens is that I'm going to go into that list and our team, we will write the copy. This is copy that I've used before. These are emails that I've crafted and used before. And we will email and market directly to your house list to get new buyers to come in. The other thing you need is not only a list, but you need a proven process by which you convert prospects. I will work with your staff and I will train them on scripts that I use. I will give you my scripts for your front desk for when a call comes in, okay? And I will work with them and I will show them how to do it and to make sure that they're converting. I will set up tracking for you. I will build a landing page for you on this particular offer if need be. I will send out the emails. I will work with you or whomever you have on your staff to help them close more people when they come in. And I'm going to show you also how to bring the patient back in after the procedure and get a raving fan testimonial on video that's very, very easy to get, and then sign that client up for ongoing continuity so that they pay you each and every single month. I have done this for a number of practices, and those practices are generating on the low end $10,000 a month in recurring revenue. On the high end, she is generating well over $120,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do, okay? I cannot stress to you enough the importance of this. If you are an insurance-based practice and you have a list and you've wanted to add cash-based procedures, I will do this for you. If you have been sending out flyers and you haven't been getting response and you think, well, we've already tapped into our list and they're not going to respond, I'm telling you right now, you're wrong, okay? I can do this because I've done it over and over and over again. I'm so passionate about this because I know it can work because I've seen it done it so many times. I've not only done it in the medical space, I have done this in countless niches across this globe. And this is one of the things that I've become incredibly skilled at doing and our team has become incredibly skilled at doing. So what do you do, okay? What I want you to do very simply is comment below, or you can private message me and just say, learn more, okay? We have to be able to have a conversation. I will not talk to you about price via messaging. I need to see if you're a fit first, okay? This is as much about you interviewing me as it is about me interviewing you to make sure that you are going to be a fit. Why? Because I don't want to have to give any money back, okay? I want success stories. And I'm very particular about who I work with, okay? So, if you think this is just a thing where you're going to tell me what to do and you're going to make changes to what I do, this is not going to work for you, okay? If you need cash, you need money coming in, you need another 12 grand in say the next 30 to 60 days, you need to explore this with me. I cannot stress this enough, but if you don't, that's your choice. So there we go. I am running out of time here. I want you to have a great Monday. Even if you don't work with me, hopefully this triggers something in your head and you realize you have opportunities to generate additional income. Have a great day, everybody.